Listening to Angela's by Elliot Smith makes you feel nostalgic for a time you never lived. Been trying to escape my thoughts, but they keep on pulling me back. I say that I don't care, no I don't give a shit about that. But the truth is I keep thinking when I don't wanna think at all. Keep building something I can't climb over. Oh, I wish this wall would fall. I'm the architect of my own mind, trying to move forward but it's leaving me blind. Maybe it's time I try to stay still. I don't wanna stop moving but I'm losing the will. I can't take you with me, won't leave you behind. If you could leave now, yeah, stay by my side. I guess I was lying when I said I'm okay. I keep falling asleep but I'm never awake. I miss you, but I don't really miss us. We had a couple shots trying to figure out love. Nothing's a mistake, everything can be learned from. I know the weight of past sins you carry like a burden. I know all that trauma in your family got you hurting. Am I the only one sees you're acting out on purpose? When I first met you, thought you were kinda cute. In the end, that changed, you ended up kinda rude. It's a shame to see how things ended up. We used to get along, now I couldn't give up. The devil came to me in my dreams. He told me when I sleep is when I scream. I did not ask what did this mean, cause I know he sees what I have seen. The devil came to me in my dreams, told me when I sleep is when I scream. He said you must stop thinking of what has been, cause if you don't then you cannot leave. The devil came to me in my dreams. He told me when I sleep is when I scream. He told me when I sleep is when I scheme. He told me all is not what as it seems. And I can see what you are craving. You're lacking the attention so you get to misbehaving. Feeling a bit lonely, entertaining all the pagans. Just need someone to hold, well you'll see that is blatant. And I've heard you're back out on the streets, got your high heels on, your blisters on your feet. Your attire says it all, ain't need to be discreet. You're a lady of the night, no such thing as defeats. And we all know you've got to pay your rent. PTSD flashbacks at your days up in your tent. You think about your habit, all the money you've spent. You could have had it all once, whatever that meant. And I used to think you were so pretty. All the young lads would say she was such a fee. But I was back then, and now it's just a pity that you stay up late at night, yeah, wandering your city. And it's cold outside, and it's cold at night. It's cold out here, will you be alright? And it's cold outside, and it's cold at night. It's cold out there, will you be alright? And I thought I saw you the other day. Yeah, that little girl from school, man, she's come a long way from the hopscotch days we used to play. Have lunch on the roof under clouds of grey. You were young back then, and so was I. And it didn't last long, but at least we tried. Yeah, it was fun when I called you mine. And damn, I used to think that you were fine. But that was then, and this is now. Some time has passed since you were around. I heard the little rumour, I questioned how that type of lifestyle would have came about. But I guess it's not my place to judge, but my guessing only comes from a place of love. Cause I thought about you from time to time, and I used to think, what did I leave behind? And then I start to think, Am I to blame, or do you think about how I'm just another name? And then I start to think, would you wanna be saved? And then I start to think how it's not my place. And it's cold outside, and it's cold at night. It's cold out there, will you be alright? And it's cold outside, man, it's cold at night. It's cold out there, will you be alright? Well, I guess tonight's been a success. You're counting out the notes you've tucked into your dress. Do you wait for one more punter, as the last is always best? Cause once the last one's done, you can go home and get some rest. You're looking up and down, you got your eyes on the road. There's a car slowing down, he isn't on the phone. You think they're gonna stop, and then they just don't. But you see the guy pull off, and it's someone that you know. Your heart skips a beat as you recognize this man, your little high school sweetheart, part of your first plan. Feel yourself blushing, but I guess you're kinda proud that he didn't pick you up. But why was he around? Maybe he wanted someone, but he didn't expect you, so that's why he didn't stop, just carried on through. I wish he'd come and save me, but it's too good to be true. I'll just call it a night, as I've got no one else to do. And they both go to bed thinking about each other, and they're both in single beds. They got no significant others, they got no one by the sides, ain't sharing on the covers. They'll both wake up tomorrow and they'll both be unbothered, and he'll go to work and so will she. They live very different lives, and once it could have been, but now it's too late. And who knows if they will meet, but he knows all he has to do is head on down the street. From the start I could tell you were a nervous kid. You called me over, said hey Josh, would you look at this? I came over, you tripped me up and then I fell. You pulled me up, do you wanna be friends as well? We took a friendship and we made it grow. The look on our teacher's face, and we both would show up to class. Sorry we're late, we're here to cause hell. I wouldn't if I was you, you're on the cusp of being expelled. How's it going, what you doing? After class, do you wanna come round mine? We can have a laugh. That's where I met your mum. I knew she wasn't well. You said it's a long story, but proceeded to tell. Said your dad's not around and your mum needs help with daily routine she can't do herself. Said it's not her fault, it's an effect from her pills. Said from my point of view, you're inspirational. Don't choose the cards we're dealt, they fall in our lap like heaven to hell. It's fine to say that life's not fair, but please don't say there's worse out there. Yeah, it's Friday night, you've robbed early till we see it off, then we disappear. Back to yours, I was paralytic, sick on a blanket, how can I forget it? Launched it out of the window, said please be quiet cause my mum can't know. But it was too late, she was already shouting, pretend to be asleep, someone's coming up the landing. As years went on, so did we spent our days into Jamie T, sticks and stones and silk cut red. By the end of the night, at least one of us had bled. So many nights got arrested together, summer, winter, whatever the weather. Denial charges, that was our game. You know next weekend we're here to do the same. And we don't choose the cards we're dealt, they fall in our lap like heaven to hell. It's fine to say that life's not fair, but please don't say there's worse out there. Yeah, I had a girlfriend, we went for a swim, was getting changed when my phone started to ring. You were crying from your words, you weren't making sense, could hear it in your voice, you were feeling tense. I calmed you down, I said what is wrong? You said you woke up this morning and your mum was gone. Said wait a minute now, are you sure? You said I found her this morning, she was laying on the floor. Can I stay at yours cause I got nowhere to go? Said the answer to that question you already know. Stay right there cause I'm on my way, and I need you to know you'll make it through today. Cause we don't choose the cards we're dealt, they fall in our lap like heaven to hell. It's fine to say that life's not fair, but please don't say there's worse out there. We don't choose the cards we're dealt. They fall in our lap like heaven to hell. It's fine to say that life's not fair, but please don't say there's worse out there. It's Friday night, you're running home from work, cause you got a little message off a bird you're trying to chirp. And you started off the day saying tonight I'll stay in, but those plans from the AM, you just thrown them in the bin. Now I'm not lying if I say I don't really mind, but let's be real, what would I do if I stayed home? I just worked all week, and I wanna have some fun, and I can't go out in work clothes, I'd be looking like a bum. But thank fuck it's Friday, and I just been paid. Be a shame, really, if I stayed in and behaved. But town's really boring, there's not much else to do, and I know that's gonna send my anxiety through the roof. Even though I say I don't wanna stay in and be alone, but a room full of people, now that really set the tone. Cause mentally I need to give myself a better chance. And what's the point in nightclubs if you don't wanna dance? And you can't talk to people in there, you're basically by yourself. So you just drink and drink and drink till it's fucking up your health. And there's hundreds of people you kind of but don't know, and if you try stay sober then you might as well not go. It's Friday night, I don't wanna be alone in a room full of people that don't feel like home. It's Friday night, I don't wanna be alone in a room full of people that don't feel like home. So now you're stuck in between, and it starts to wage a war with the thoughts up in your head that have troubled you before. Cause you know a late night's gonna set you back for days, and you've hated it for years, man, so this isn't just a phase. And I know it feels like you don't wanna miss out on your friends, but to run around in circles, that's a means to an end. There comes a time in life you gotta put yourself first. Ask yourself again how much your sanity's really worth. It's Friday night, I don't wanna be alone in a room full of people that don't feel like home. It's Friday night, you don't wanna be alone in a room full of people that don't feel like home. You start to see things differently when you burn the candle at both ends, and the mental health you once controlled starts to rapidly descend. Your view on life gets jaded, and it puts things into perspective. When all the class A's have caught up with you, it's clear it has affected the way you eat, the way you sleep, the way you start to think. If you're staring off into space and it's been ages since you blinked, so many clear signs you really should slow down. But then you tell yourself, okay, well, what's one more night in town? It's how the wheel keeps spinning, and you get stuck in a cycle, and there's no one else to blame. This really is just my fault. But if your only source of motivation is the thought of that next drink, not living for today, life will go faster than you think. Now I'm not a fucking geek, and I want everyone to have fun, and if you want to drop an E or two, I'd definitely say crack on, cause some of those late nights will be the best you've ever had. But if you're gonna choose that route, just make sure you don't go mad. Cause if I could give off any advice, it's all about balance. But finding that in between, man, it can really be a challenge, especially over here when there's not much else to do. And I don't want to be hypocritical, but I'm just looking out for you. And if you're going out tonight, give me a little ring, cause I even got bored doing this and now I'm fancying a drink. And if you want a late one, then I'll happily oblige. And if you got the money, sort me out a couple lines. And the funny thing is, I don't even know if I'm joking. I'll probably just grab some, end up staying in and smoking. And I guess things aren't the way they used to be. I'm looking at you, but it's someone else I used to see. There's no need to argue, like look at what you did to me. We're just two grown adults moving on individually. We try to work it out, but I guess it's the end. Oh, now you can leave, there's no more need to pretend. I guess it hurts, I won't be seeing you again. But if it's for the best, then this way, my friend. You can tell your mom that I said hi. Tell her I'm okay and that I'm happy with my life. I wish them all the best, I hope they're always by your side. And they reach out, cause I know it don't take much for you to cry. Well, I guess things aren't the way they used to be. I'm looking at you, but it's someone else I used to see. There's no need to argue, like look at what you did to me. We're just two grown adults moving on individually. We try to work it out, but I guess it's the end. Oh, now you can leave, there's no more need to pretend. I guess it hurts, I won't be seeing you again. But if it's for the best, then this way, my friend. You can leave my records at the door, or keep them if you want, I won't be needing them no more. I don't like the way it ended, but it all worked out okay. Yeah, I'd hope you treat me better, but there's nothing left to say. You can tell your mom that I said hi. Oh, tell her I'm okay and that I'm happy with my life. I wish them all the best, I know they're always by your side. And they reach out, cause I know it don't take much for you to cry. And I guess things aren't the way they used to be. I'm looking at you, there's someone else I used to see. There's no need to argue, like look at what you did to me. We're just two grown adults moving on individually. I can't say we tried our best or that we even came close. We fell on hard times, so a different path you chose. Yeah, it didn't take much for you to pack away your clothes. It didn't take much for me to become a ghost. Nah, it didn't take much, oh at least the very most. We put each other aside and said, I've gotta go. If you'll ever need me, just know I'll be around. Yeah, you know I'm not a bitter person, I'd never put you down. I pray you end up happy and there's a new guy that you found. But I probably won't like him, even if you sound. Your therapist ain't as clever as she thinks. I swear I know you better, but you can't see the missing link. My therapist ain't as clever as he thinks. I swear I know you better, but you can't see the missing links.